Come on, look to somebody around you and tell them God's going to be doing amazing things for us. Now that's the assurance that we have because of our walk with God, that God will work all things together for our good. So no matter what your present is, good days are ahead. Not because man is telling you, but because God speaks in it in His Word. Well, today I want to speak on Psalm 23 verse 1. But before going into that, if you remember the Lord's Prayer, when Jesus taught His disciples to pray, He made one statement in that, and He said, "Give us this day our daily bread." That means we depend on Him for our provision. We depend on Him to look to us, to provide for us, that He will oversee us. And when you understand this and then read Psalm 23 verse 1, the confidence that David showed, David says that, the psalmist says that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Okay, when he says, I shall not want, that means God is saying, I will not only look after your needs, but I will look after your luxuries as well. That means not just your essentials, but also those things that you desire in your heart. Not just your house loans, but much more and beyond that. Not just for your daily bread, but much more and beyond that. But when do we experience it? And you read the next verse, it begins to speak volumes to us. He says, He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. That means what David is saying is, as long as I am led by God, as long as I have submitted to God, as long as I do all that God tells me to do, I will live a life where I lack no good thing. I will never be in want. Let me put that asterisk once again. As long as I do whatever the Lord tells me to do, as long as I am led by God, as long as I submit to God, He will take care of all, not just my needs, but also my wants. And that's why when you and I are connected to God, we can have that complete assurance. I shall not want. I may go through that circumstance of lack for that moment, but I will always see God coming and meeting me at my point of need. Now there is a saying, where God leads, He feeds. So when He leads you, He will definitely feed you. And I'm not just speaking this through knowledge or just through information. I'm speaking it through my own life experience. God definitely looks after us. He will provide. I don't know whom I'm speaking to, but I want to speak this prophetic word, a revelation word, a rhema word over you and say, He will provide. You don't need to live with uncertainty and fears. He will provide. You may feel you have reached the edge of the cliff and how things will happen, but I want you to rest assured knowing He will provide. Amen.